Good day everyone. Today I'll be sharing about institutional theory of failure based on why nations fail by economists Daron Acemoglu and James Robinson. Success amidst failure. Why are some countries rich and others poor? According to Acemoglu and Robinson, it's not about geography or culture or lack of knowledge. It's about institutions, the rules that decide who has power and who gets opportunities. Defining institutions. Institutions are the foundational rules of the game in society. They dictate political, economic, and power dynamics. There are two types of institutional. First is inclusive institutions, and second is extractive institutions. Inclusive is everyone can participate and benefit, while extractive is only a few benefit while others are left out. For further explanation, inclusive institutions, this system allow broad participation. They protect private property, provide a fair legal system, and give people access to education and public services. Inclusive institutions ensure that citizens, regardless of their background, have a chance to succeed. While extractive, this is the opposite of inclusive institutions. Power is concentrated in the hands of a small elite. Property rights are insecure or non-existent. Public services are either lacking or controlled. These institutions are designed not to help the public, but to benefit those at the top. There are two ways of extractive institutions that harm a country. First is political extraction. This refers to political systems where power is tightly held by a few. These regimes suppress opposition, limit civil rights, and often rule through fear or propaganda. Citizens cannot freely express themselves or participate in government decisions. While economic extraction, in this system, economic power is controlled by the state or a small elite. Private businesses are restricted, industries are monopolized, and workers are exploited. This general population is left out of economic opportunities. This is example of extractive institutions. Historical example. This is Congo under King Leopold II. Between 1885 and 1908, Leopold turned the Congo into a private colony. Millions of Congolese people were forced to extract rubber under violent and brutal conditions. Those who failed to meet quotas were punished, tortured, or killed. This resulted in the deaths of over 10 million people. Another example. Let's compare two countries, the South and North Korea. Both countries share the same ethnic background, language, and geography. Yet, their economic paths could not be more different. North Korea adopted extractive institutions, no private property, total state control, and no civil liberties. While South Korea adopted inclusive institutions, property rights, market reforms, democratic governance, and education access. Inclusive institutions, pathways to prosperity. Inclusive political institutions are based on pluralism, where many groups can participate in governance and the rule of law. These systems hold leaders accountable and allow citizens to influence decisions. Inclusive economic institutions protect private property and allow open markets and create a level playing field for all. This is the example of inclusive institutional. The Botswana's post-colonial success. After 1966, Botswana's built good laws, used diamond money wisely, invested in schools and hospitals, had steady growth of 7% per year for 30 years. Botswana's success shows how inclusive institutions can bring stability even in a region where extractive systems are common. The vicious circle. How extractive institutions persist. First is elite power. It means that political elites use extractive institutions, reinforce extraction. It means power reinforces political extractions, making change difficult. And economic gains. It means extraction of wealth for personal gain. Last is coercive state. It means that gains fund military and police apparatus. Example of vicious circle is Zimbabwe's Mugabe regime. Land seizures, hyperinflation peaking at 89.76 trillion%. The virtuous circle. Inclusive institutions endure. First is the pluralistic politics. It means harder for elites to create extractive systems. Second is reinforced inclusion. It means positive feedback loop for sustainable prosperity. Third is strong middle class. It means broad economic access fosters demands for inclusion. Last is economic growth. It means competition and innovation benefit wide population. The example of virtuous circle is the industrial revolution in Britain, spurred by robust intellectual property rights. The conclusion is countries fail when they have extractive institutions. Countries succeed with inclusive ones. Institutions are created by people, so people can change them. That's all. Thank you.